Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey. As always, I greatly appreciate you joining me today. Well, in our last episode, you saw that we were able to get our modified out for the first time after months of building the car, only to have the motor come apart on the second lap that Ryan was on the gas. So we'll give you a full report on the motor and show you what happened. Plus, we'll give you an update on a couple of other things going on here in the shop. So ride along with us. Well, unfortunately, this is the way the car is sitting after working on it all summer. Looks complete, except for it's got a big hole right there. But I'll show you what happened. I pulled the oil pan off the motor after we got it out, and I'll maybe let you guess, see if you can figure it out. I'll give you a hint. This is piston pieces. You can see the ring grooves around the piston, what's left. Here's some rings that was in the oil pan. All this was in the oil pan. This is part of the block that was laying in the bottom of the oil pan. And you can see this is a cylinder wall here. That's the bottom where it was bored. Then here's the bottom where it wasn't bored. But here's the culprit. It's an intake valve. This was laying in the bottom of the oil pan. You see it just simply broke off the stem. Now, Kevin Hightower is building my motors for us since the passing of my brother. Like I said, this was one of my brother's motors, and I had Kevin just freshen it up. Kevin is the former motor builder for Alan Kowicki, and he knows what he's doing. But I made the mistake of not putting new valves in the heads. I was worried about rod bolts. I was worried about bearings wear, and obviously putting some rings in it. So we freshened it up. Kevin disassembled all the heads, and he checked all of the valve links, and they were all within tolerance. But you talking about probably could have got a good set of valves probably for $1,000, and instead I'm going to spend thousands of dollars. We lost the block. Obviously, I'm praying that the cam's okay. So that's just a bad mistake. And if my brother was alive, he probably would have said, Ronnie, I'd go ahead and put fresh valves in it. But Kevin did do his job. He did check them, but it's just, there's no way to tell if that's, if the stem's weak and it's just pulled off. So that's what happened. I did take the Richard Petty motor that was sitting right here on the last video. That was a Richard Petty driving school motor that Gene had fixed for me. And we're going to hopefully the roller cam that was in this motor is going to be okay. We hope. But we're going to convert that into a full race motor because it's a nice bow tie block, and it had a nice set of aluminum heads and shaft rockers. So we're going to put a nice circle track, short track cam in it, and we're going to run that one instead. So meanwhile, while we're waiting on the motor, we went in and started working on this car here. This is a sister chassis to that chassis right there. And I actually bought two of these out in North Carolina. These are David Rudiman cars. They are an Outlaw chassis. This is a 2020. And this one had taken a really, really bad lick. The car was probably spun out or something. The car came in from this direction and caught this bar and tore this off and pushed this in. So this was ripped completely off, and then this bar was knocked way in. So we've come in and we've sleeved it, we drilled it, and it's going to be back perfect. We've got both of our 4-link mounts put in now, and I've already got this chassis sold, and we're going to use that money to help pay for some of the tire bills. We also had to do a repair up here. They had dialed, like they had done an emergency repair. These motor mounts are bad about cracking, so we had to fix this. We got that done. We'll have this finished up here in just a few hours. May work on it some today, and it's going to go to its new owner. So that's where we're at right now. For those of you that follow the channel religiously, you know this was my tire working area. I have a tire working business here. We actually moved that down to my wife's shop, and I came in here and made this my go-kart area. And then I want to show you, I'm so proud of my shop cleaning abilities. I have worked so hard in here. This was a disaster over in this corner. So I moved our brake around a different location, turned it long ways, put our stumps here in the middle and our press here so you can get to stuff a whole lot easier. And man, this is so much nicer. I've got a bunch of parts out here. I'm just pulling out a bunch of stuff to sell. I've got so much stuff in a parts room that we don't need, but really proud how this turned out. Got everything organized. Came here and just threw out tons of metal, but everything is organized with nothing but aluminum. These are all radius arm pieces. We build that, and tubing and square tubing. Then we've got the long pieces up here. But very glad. So we've been busy this week while waiting on the motor. I'm not sure when we're going to get it back. Hopefully it won't be too long, and we'll get that thing back on the track. I've got to run to the scrap yard and take all this aluminum and go get a little money for that. I'm turning in some money. But we're waiting for Reed to go over in a little bit. He's going to ride his car today, and he'll go have some fun with him. But that's where we're at, and I just want to give you a short update of what's going on. Well, as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Just a short clip of what the damage was to the motor. I want to give you an update on that. I had a lot of people actually send me messages and want to know, so there you go. Hopefully get it back and get it running. We're actually, at the end of the year, we have an opportunity to run maybe 1 or 2 more races, but I don't know if we're going to have the motor back in time. So meanwhile, we're going to get our Craftsman truck out and go play with it some at the track and do some other fun things. We'll make sure we bring the cameras along for that. So appreciate you guys watching as always. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. We'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. You take care.